there, fellow Hawaii dreamers. Welcome back to another episode of your favorite Hawaii travel podcast. I'm your host, Marcie, and today we're jumping into one of the biggest questions I get: where to stay on Oahu? Should you choose the North Shore or the South Shore? I was just talking to a friend planning her first trip to Oahu, and she had this romantic notion of finding a cheap little place on the North Shore and unplugging for a week. I had to give her some real talk because that dream doesn't always match 2025's reality, especially with the current Hawaii vacation planning challenges. The North Shore is absolutely magical, but there are things you need to know before booking that oceanfront cottage. Today, we're breaking down everything you need to make this crucial Oahu North Shore versus South Shore decision, because choosing the wrong side for your vacation style can make or break your entire trip. So, grab your favorite tropical drink and let's jump into the great Oahu travel guide debate. Before we get into specifics, let me paint you a picture. Oahu has two completely different personalities separated by 45 minutes to 90 minutes of driving, depending on traffic. The South Shore is your urban paradise. Waikiki, Honolulu, Diamond Head. This is where most first-time visitors to Oahu picture themselves. You've got that perfect blend of tropical paradise meets modern convenience with world-class beaches next to luxury resorts, incredible dining, shopping, and nightlife all within walking distance. The North Shore is Hawaii's wild child. Think Haleiwa Town, legendary North Shore Hawaii surf beaches like Pipeline and Sunset Beach, food trucks serving incredible garlic shrimp, and that authentic island vibe that makes you want to learn to surf and never leave. Here's the crucial part. These areas are as different as New York City and a small farming town. The drive between them can take 45 minutes on a good day to over 90 minutes during rush times. After a long beach day, the last thing you want is to be stuck in Oahu traffic between North and South Shore for over an hour. Let's start with the South Shore, because honestly, this is where to stay on Oahu for most visitors, and for good reason. So why should you choose the South Shore? For first-time visitors to Oahu, this is your spot. You get that classic Hawaii experience with training wheels. Gorgeous beaches, Aloha Spirit, Diamond Head, and Pearl Harbor access, but with the security of knowing anything you need is within blocks. For families with young kids, convenience is everything when planning Hawaii vacations with little ones. For families with young kids, convenience is everything when Hawaii vacation planning with little ones. You need easy access to stores and kid-friendly restaurants that don't require 45-minute drives. If you want Waikiki walkable restaurants and nightlife, the South Shore is unmatched. You can literally walk from your hotel to dozens of restaurants, bars, and entertainment options. Beach lovers wanting consistent conditions should lean South Shore. Waikiki Beach is famous for good reason. Gorgeous turquoise water, perfect beginner waves, and reliable year-round conditions. So what are some South Shore highlights? Waikiki Beach isn't just one beach. You've actually got different sections with different vibes. Kuhio Beach for less crowds, Sansusi Beach, where locals go. Kuhio Beach for less crowds, Sansusi Beach for where locals go. Kuhio Beach for less crowds, and Sansushi Beach where locals go for family-friendly protected waters. Hanauma Bay is one of the world's best snorkeling spots, easily accessible from the South Shore. There is an important 2025 update. You absolutely need Hanauma Bay reservations. They're competitive. You're going to want to book exactly 48 hours in advance at 7 a.m. Hawaii time. They sell out in 5 to 10 minutes. Entry is $25 per person plus $3 parking. Diamond Head Hike is right there too, and you can see it from most South Shore hotels. The sunrise view is spectacular. My pro tip is to book the early morning time slot for cooler temperatures and better lighting. Pearl Harbor tours are about 30 minutes from Waikiki with plenty of tour options offering hotel pickups. The dining scene is incredible, everything from James Beard award-winning chefs to authentic local plate lunch spots, all walkable or a short ride away. Let's talk about the South Shore logistics. This is the game changer. You don't need a rental car, which saves money on Hawaii travel costs. The bus system works, and there are tourist trolleys and ride-sharing is readily available. There are multiple budget-friendly Oahu accommodation options at every price point. Whether you want budget-friendly or luxury resort, the South Shore has options all relatively close to action. Airport access is super easy, 20 to 30 minutes from airport to Waikiki depending on traffic. No stress about missing flights. Okay, let's talk about the cons because honesty matters. It's crowded, really crowded. If you're overwhelmed by crowds or seeking peaceful seclusion, this might not be your vibe. Parking is also expensive if you rent a car. Hotel parking costs can be $30 to $50 per night. And it can feel less authentically Hawaiian because it's touristy. You'll hear more mainland accents than local pidgin. Now let's talk about North Shore Hawaii accommodations. This is where dreams are made and reality sometimes bites back. So who should choose the North Shore? Experienced Hawaii travelers wanting authentic, laid-back Hawaii that's harder to find in Waikiki. Also, surfers and surf enthusiasts. This is surfing's mecca. Even if you've never surfed, watching pros tackle these legendary breaks is magical. Nature lovers prioritizing outdoor activities will love the most beautiful, less developed coastline in Hawaii with stunning beaches and incredible hiking. Couples seeking romance and quiet. If you want beaches to yourselves, the North Shore delivers this much more easily than South Shore. But here's the reality check about Hawaii vacation rental regulations in 2025. Those oceanfront cottages that look rustic in photos are often $300 to $500 or more per night. The romantic, cheap surf shack experience mostly doesn't exist anymore. So what are some North Shore highlights? Well, there's the legendary surf beaches, Pipeline, Sunset Beach, Waimea Bay. They aren't just beaches, they're surf history. During the winter months, which is November through March, you'll see some of the world's biggest and most powerful waves. But there's an important note. Those same beaches producing incredible winter surf can be really challenging for swimming them. Strong currents, huge waves, definitely not beginner-friendly. In summer, places like Waimea Bay become calmer and perfect for swimming. There are also Haleiwa Town attractions. This charming surf town feels like stepping back in time. There's surf shops, art galleries, local boutiques, and incredible food, including Giovanni's legendary garlic shrimp truck. Sharks Cove offers incredible snorkeling during calmer summer months. It's a protected cove with amazing marine life, usually less crowded than South Shore spots. And the scenery is gorgeous. Driving through pineapple fields past stunning mountain views, the landscape feels wild and untouched. But then here's a North Shore reality check, the truth that you need. It's far from everything. Pearl Harbor? Hour-and-a-half drive minimum. Chinatown or serious shopping? Same. Even airport departure is a significant drive you must plan for. Oahu traffic is brutal. There's really only one main road connecting North Shore to the rest of the island. Current data shows people commuting from North Shore spend 120 to 160 minutes during peak morning times just getting to town. Best time to leave North Shore for Waikiki is after 8:30 a.m. to avoid worst rush hour traffic. Limited dining and entertainment, especially at night. Great food trucks and local spots, but for fine dining or nightlife, you're driving back to South Shore. There's also fewer stores and amenities. Need pharmacy items or groceries? Options are limited. Some North Shore areas don't sell alcohol, so plan accordingly if drinks are important to your vacation. The vacation rental regulations are complex. Short-term Airbnb rentals aren't allowed on Oahu anymore, reducing accommodation options and driving up prices. You're mostly looking at hotels, resorts, or locally owned B&Bs. The weather can be more unpredictable, especially in winter months. The North Shore gets more rain and wind than South Shore. Still can't decide between Oahu's North Shore and South Shore? I get it. It's one of the most common questions I hear. In my Hawaii travel consultations, I help families figure out which side of the island matches their vacation vibe, whether you want big waves and laid-back vibes, or urban energy and easy beach access. My 60-minute consultation is $149. You'll get my recommendations, plus a travel agent partner who books everything without charging her usual planning fee. So I'll help you plan, and Kim at Stuffed Suitcase will handle the bookings. Book at hawaiitravelwithkids.com, and let's find your perfect Oahu home base. So let me get practical about this best side of Oahu to stay decision. Let's talk about travel style. If it's your first time in Hawaii, I strongly recommend the South Shore. You'll get that classic Hawaii experience, be close to must-see attractions, and won't spend half your vacation driving. Return visitors who've done the South Shore should absolutely consider North Shore for a totally different experience. Families with young kids should lean heavily towards South Shore. The convenience factor, dealing with nap times, feeding schedules, and potential meltdowns is invaluable. For couples or honeymooners, it really depends on what you want. Luxury, dining, convenience, South Shore. seclusion, and don't mind driving, North Shore can be incredibly romantic. Let's talk about seasons. For the winter months, which is November through March, the North Shore gets massive waves, which are incredible to watch but challenging for swimming. The South Shore is more protected with generally calmer conditions. For summer months, which is April through October, the North Shore is at its most beautiful for swimming. The waves calm down and the weather is more predictable, and it's honestly magical. All right, let's talk about some current Hawaii travel costs. Okay, let's do a current Hawaii travel cost reality check. What can you expect for North Shore accommodation costs? Well, for basic hostels or budget hotels, you're looking at $100 to $200 or more per night. Mid-range B&Bs is about $200 to $400 per night. The Ritz-Carlton Turtle Bay is about $500 to $1,000 or more per night. And most oceanfront properties are about $400 to more than $900 per night. The South Shore has more variety for budget-friendly Oahu accommodations. Budget Waikiki hotels are about $150 to $300 per night. Mid-range Waikiki hotels are about $300 to $500 per night. Luxury resorts are about $500 to more than $1,000 per night. But there's dozens more at every price point. All right, so what's some Oahu transportation options reality? If you're not renting a car, the South Shore is your only practical option. North Shore is too remote with limited public transportation. The bus takes about 2 hours each way. If you're renting a car, both sides become viable, but remember, significantly more driving is staying on the North Shore. You're going to want to factor in gas prices and traffic stress. Okay, let's talk about my hybrid approach, why I choose the South Shore. I'm always tempted to split stays between both sides, but here's why it sounds better in theory than practice. So moving accommodations mid-trip is a pain when you're trying to relax. You lose half a day to logistics instead of enjoying Hawaii. So there's some day trip strategies that work much better. Pick one side as your base and do day trips to the other. If staying on the South Shore, plan 1 or 2 full North Shore days, leaving early to beat traffic, spend the whole day exploring beaches, food trucks, and Haleiwa Town attractions, and then return in the evening. Convenience wins for me. When I'm on vacation, I want to maximize beach time, not sit in traffic. The South Shore offers more options: dining, activities, shopping, entertainment. Want to try a new restaurant tonight? Dozens within walking distance. Feel like shopping? Easy. Last-minute activity? Most are based from South Shore anyway. And airport logistics matter. That hour-plus drive from North Shore to the airport can be stressful, especially with traffic or weather delays. Both sides are incredible. It's about matching your choice to your travel style and priorities. Choose the South Shore if it's your first time in Hawaii, if you want convenience and variety, if you prefer urban beaches with amenities, if you're not renting a car or you're uncomfortable with rural driving and traffic delays, you want diverse dining and nightlife, you're traveling with young children, you want easier access to reservation-required attractions, or you prefer multiple accommodation options at different price points. Choose the North Shore if you've been to Hawaii before and you want a different experience. You prioritize natural beauty and authenticity over convenience. You're comfortable with rural settings, longer drive times, and traffic delays. You're definitely renting a car and don't mind driving frequently. Want to escape tourist crowds? You're visiting during summer for best ocean conditions. You have a higher budget because the North Shore is generally more expensive, and you don't mind limited dining or entertainment. So here's a 2025 reality check. The North Shore has become significantly more expensive and less accessible than even 5 years ago. If budget is a major concern, the South Shore gives you more options and better value. Whether you end up watching sunrise over Waikiki Beach or sunset over North Shore Hawaii surf beaches, you're creating amazing memories. The key is picking the side matching your travel style, budget realities, and vacation priorities. My advice? Don't overthink it, but be realistic about costs and logistics. Hawaii in 2025 is more expensive and requires more advanced planning than ever. Pick the side sounding more appealing right now. Factor in current pricing and reservation requirements, and book your accommodations well in advance. And speaking of planning, if you want to dive deeper into all the specifics of planning your Oahu trip, I've put together comprehensive travel guides that cover everything we've talked about today and so much more. Whether you're traveling with kids or planning an adults-only getaway, these guides walk you through the entire planning process step by step. You can find links to my completed Oahu travel guides in the show notes. They'll save you hours of research and help you avoid the common mistakes that can derail a Hawaii vacation. Here's some important 2025 reminders. You're going to want to budget 20 to 30% more than expected for activities and dining. Make your restaurant reservations well in advance. Check reservation requirements for all attractions. Consider travel insurance given the higher costs. And you're going to want to download traffic and parking apps. Remember, this probably won't be your last Hawaii trip. Choose South Shore this time and love it. Maybe North Shore is next. Go North Shore first and fall in love. Maybe that becomes your regular spot. Both sides offer incredible Hawaii magic that brings us back again and again. There's always another trip to plan. Thanks so much for listening. If you found this episode helpful, please subscribe and leave a review. It really helps other travelers find this podcast. Mahalo, and I'll see you in the next episode.